Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. In sweet Madhuban, in a very beautiful courtyard, welcome all the brothers and sisters who have come from Punjab zone. All have come here for service. You will have your spiritual income here and you will be seated on the Father's heart throne. In today's Murli, beloved Baba has said, together with having knowledge and yoga, your behavior also has to be very good. So let there not be any evil spirits inside you. We will listen to Baba's invaluable Supreme Version of 12 December 23. Baba says, with children, together with having knowledge and yoga, your behavior also has to be very good. Let there not be any evil spirits inside you. Because you are exorcists who remove evil spirits. Question: which intoxication can the worthy and obedient children experience permanently? Answer: we are claiming from Baba our inheritance of becoming double-crowned masters of the world. Only worthy and obedient children can experience this intoxication permanently. However, if there is an evil spirit of lust or anger inside you, there cannot be this intoxication. Such children cannot even have regard for the Father. This is why you first of all have to chase away the evil spirits and make your stage strong. Song. Who has come to the door of my mind with the sound of ankle bells? Om Shanti. No one except you children can understand the meaning of this.
कौन आया है
Who has come to the door of your mind?
जिसको आँख न जाने दिल
The eye doesn't know, the heart doesn't recognize.
ऐसा निराकार बाबा
Such an incorporeal Baba
सो भी
has
नंबरवार
come.
पुरुषार्थ अनुसार
It is also number wise
क्योंकि
according to the efforts you make,
परमात्मा का स्थूल या सूक्ष्म चित्र तो है नहीं
because there is neither a physical nor a subtle image of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul.
वो तो सिर्फ तीन है
The deities are subtle
उनसे
and there are just three of them,
परमात्मा
but even very much more subtle than them is God.
पिता परमात्मा ये कौन कहते
Now who says, O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul? Souls do say this.
परमात्मा को परम आत्मा कहते हैं
The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul is called God.
नहीं कह
A soul cannot call his physical father the Supreme Father.
परमात्मा को याद करते
When you remember the Parlokik Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul,
मानी
that is called being soul conscious.
जब देह अभिमान में है तो देह के साथ संबंध रखने वाला बाबा याद आता
You remember your physical father with the relationship of the body.
आत्मा के साथ संबंध रखने वाला
The other is the Baba with the relationship of the soul.
आए
He has now come here.
आत्मा बुद्धि से जानती है
The soul knows this
हमें
with his intellect
है ना
because each soul has an intellect.
पिता परमात्मा जरूर पारलौकिक
Therefore, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is surely the Parlokik Father. He is called God.
ने ये प्रश्नावली बनाई है
Baba has now had this questionnaire made,
तुम बच्चों को समझाने में सहज
so it will be easy for you children to explain with it.
आया जाता है
Just as the forms are filled in the same way,
पूछ सकते
you can get them to fill in this questionnaire.
पूछते हैं वो नॉलेजफुल है
Definitely, the one who asks these questions would be knowledgeful
आत्मा
and so
शरीर धारण
would surely be a teacher.
और ऑर्गन से
It is souls that take bodies and explain with their organs.
बच्चों को सहज कर समझाने
Therefore,
ये बना
this questionnaire has been created so that it is easy for you children to explain.
बच्चों की अवस्था भी बहुत
However, the stage of the children who relate to knowledge also has to be very good.
जिनमें काम क्रोध लोभ मोह अहंकार का भूत नहीं होगा
The behavior of those who don't have the evil spirits of lust, anger, greed, ego, or attachment would be divine.
कोई भी भूत नहीं
Those are very big evil spirits. Your children should not have any evil spirits in you. We are exorcists who remove evil spirits.
करती हैं
Impure souls that wander around are called ghosts.
को निकालने वाले भी उस्ताद होते
The exorcists who remove those ghosts are very clever.
रूपी भूत है
No one apart from the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul,
परम
can remove evil spirits of the five vices.
कोई निकाल न सके
the one who removes
सर्व के
evil
सर्व
spirits from
करने
everyone.
वाला, रावण से लिबरेट
There is just the one who grants salvation to all. The one who liberates you from Ravan is only the one. Those are big evil spirits.
जाता है इसमें क्रोध का
It is said, this one has an evil spirit of lust,
मोह का भूत,
this one has an evil spirit of attachment
शुद्ध
or
अहंकार,
impure arrogance.
सभी को इन भूतों से छुड़ाने वाला लिबरेटर परम पिता परमात्मा
The liberator, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is the only one who can liberate everyone from those evil spirits.
पर बाबा आते हैं। इस समय सबसे पावरफुल ये क्रिश्चियन लोग,
Baba says, you know that at this time, the Christians are the most powerful.
बहुत अच्छे, जो
The words of their English language are also very good.
की भाषा चला,
Whoever the king is, he uses his own language.
कोई जानते नहीं।
No one knows the language of the deities.
हमारी बच्चियां आगे सब कुछ आकर बतलाती,
My daughters would go and come back and tell us everything.
में रहती थी,
They used to stay in a trance for 2 to 4 days.
जो वहाँ की भाषा देखकर
There should be a clever trance messenger who would be able to speak the language that she sees there.
की कहानी सुना।
You children should tell everyone the story of Bharat.
सतो प्रधान था,
Bharat was Sato Pradhan,
भी तमो प्रधान है,
but it has now become Tamo Pradhan.
पुजारी बना है।
Worshippers from worthy of worship.
भारत में देवताओं के चित्र बहुत है,
In Bharat, there are many images of the deities.
से पूजते रहते हैं। बायोग्राफी को जानते हैं,
People worship them with a blind faith because they don't know their biographies.
एक्टर हैं,
We are all actors,
के डायरेक्टर आदि का मालूम होना चाहिए।
and so we should know the director of the drama.
प्रश्नावली बनाई,
This is why the questionnaire has been prepared.
भी लिखना चाहिए।
You should also write to the Pope.
फॉलोअर्स को कह रहे हो, ये विनाश की चीजें बंद,
You should also write to the Pope. You're telling your followers to stop manufacturing those things for destruction.
ऐसा
So why don't they all listen to you?
कहते हो पर आपका कोई मानते क्यों नहीं?
You tell, but why don't they all listen to you?
तुम तो सबके गुरु हो,
You're everyone's guru,
तुम्हारी तो बहुत महिमा है,
and you are praised a great deal.
मानते क्यों नहीं?
So why don't they all listen to you?
कारण तुम नहीं जानते हो,
You don't know the reason for this, and so we will tell you why they do not follow your directions.
नहीं है।
They are manufacturing everything according to God's directions.
स्वर्ग की स्थापना एडम ईव द्वारा
Heaven is being established through Adam and Eve.
गॉड है,
God is knowledgeful and He is incognito.
उनकी सेना उनकी मत पर
Surely His army would be following His directions.
से समझाना चाहिए।
You should explain in this way.
परंतु बच्चे इतना विशाल बुद्धि नहीं,
However, you children don't have such broad and unlimited intellects.
स्क्रू को टाइट कर,
Therefore, the screw has to be tightened.
जैसे इंजन ठंडी होती है,
When an engine cools down,
करने के लिए
they put in more coal to heat it up.
ये भी ज्ञान के कोयले हैं।
These are coals of knowledge.
परम पिता परमात्मा सबसे बड़ा है।
The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is the greatest of all, and everyone will continue to salute him.
पावरफुल समझते हैं।
Everyone considers the Pope to be powerful.
देते हैं उतना और किस
People don't give as much regard to anyone else as they do to the Pope.
बाबा को तो जानते ही नहीं।
They don't know the Father.
वह तो है गुप्त।
He is incognito.
उनको सिर्फ बच्चे ही जानते हैं।
Only you children know him
मर्तबा देते हैं।
and give him that importance.
परंतु माया ऐसी है
However,
जो बच्चों
Maya is such
से बाप का
that she doesn't even allow his children to have regard for such a father.
बाबा विश्व का मालिक बनाते हैं।
As soon as you go outside, the intoxication you have for Baba making you into the masters of the world ends.
डबल सिरताज का वर्षा क्यों नहीं।
Why would we not claim our inheritance of becoming double crowned?
सपूत बच्चों का नशा है। परंतु बहुत बच्चे
This is the intoxication of worthy and obedient children.
लोभ का भूत
However, there are many children who have evil spirits of lust, anger, or greed.
और ही भूत आ जाते हैं। बाबा मुरली चलाते हैं तो अंदर आता
Baba speaks a Murli, and you then feel, I still have a slight influence of lust inside me.
अगर एक तरफ मजबूत है
If one side is strong,
तो नहीं।
then nothing can happen.
कहाँ स्त्री मजबूत है
Sometimes
कहाँ पुरुष।
the wife is strong, and sometimes the husband is strong.
सब किस्म किस्म के समाचार आते हैं।
Baba receives all types of news.
सच्ची दिल से लिखते हैं।
Some write with an honest heart.
अंदर बाहर बड़ी सफाई
There has to be great honesty and cleanliness internally and externally.
और अंदर के
Some are honest externally but are false within.
बहुतों को आता है।
Many experience storms.
कहते हैं बाबा आज मेरे को काम का
They write, Baba, today I experienced the storm of lust, but I was saved.
ते तो एक
If they don't write,
भोगना
then firstly, punishment is experienced,
आदत
and secondly, that habit increases,
और आखिर
and eventually they fall.
बाबा की बच्चों में उम्मीदें तो रहती हैं।
Baba has these hopes in the children.
जारी होती हैं
Even when there are a few bad omens, they can be removed.
जो आज अच्छे
There are many children who are moving along fine today,
व गला
but they would come and become unconscious tomorrow, or their throats would choke.
क्या करते
Definitely, they are disobedient about something.
बात में सच्चा रहना चाहिए।
You should remain honest in every situation,
खंड के
for only then will you become the masters of the land of truth.
देंगे तो बीमारी
If you tell lies,
पाते
the illness will increase and cause harm.
बच्चों को बड़ी युक्ति से प्रश्नावली लिखनी चाहिए।
You children should write the questionnaire very tactfully.
परमात्मा से
What is your relationship with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul?
जब पिता है
Since He is the Father,
की बात नहीं।
there is no question of omnipresence.
सर्व का सद्गति दाता है।
He is is the bestower of salvation for all,
भी पावन है,
the purifier,
गीता का
and the God
भगवान
of the
है,
Gita.
तो जरूर कभी आकर ज्ञान दिया होगा।
Therefore, he would surely have come at some time and
अगर
given
ये
knowledge.
बात है,
If this is right,
जीवन कहानी
then do you know his biography?
बाबा कहते हैं उनसे पूछो,
Baba says, you ask them.
नहीं जानते तो वर्षा
If you don't know it, you cannot receive the inheritance.
बाप को अच्छी तरह जानेंगे तो वर्षा मिलेगा,
You would definitely receive the inheritance from the Father if you know him very well.
फिर दूसरा प्रश्न पूछो,
Then ask the second question.
प्रजापिता ब्रह्मा बाबा और उनकी मुख
Do you know Prajapita Brahma and his mouth-born creation?
जिसका नाम सरस्वती,
The one who is called Saraswati,
है ज्ञान,
the goddess of knowledge.
उनको गॉडेस ऑफ नॉलेज कहते
She is called the goddess of knowledge.
ये है जगदम्बा,
This one is Jagdamba.
के बच्चे भी होंगे, बाप भी होगा,
So surely there would be her children and also her father. He is the one who gives knowledge.
को भी नॉलेज देने वाला तो शिव बाबा है।
The one who gives knowledge to Saraswati is Shiv Baba.
पिता और जगदम्बा कौन है?
So who are this Prajapita and Jagadamba?
धन लक्ष्मी भी कहती,
She is also called the goddess of wealth.
ज्ञान ज्ञानेश्वरी नहीं है।
At that time she is not the goddess of knowledge.
ब्रह्मा सरस्वती राज
This Brahma and Saraswati then become the king and queen.
बच्चे भी जरूर
Therefore, their children must surely also become the masters of heaven.
है संगम,
This is now the confluence,
है
the Kumbh.
उस कुंभ के मेले में देखो क्या होता है।
Look at what happens at that Kumbh Mela.
मार्ग के अर्थ और इसमें ज्ञान मार्ग
There is the difference of night and day between its meaning on the path of devotion and its meaning here.
सारे सन्यासी अपने अपने धर्म के संप्रदाय के मंडप लगाते हैं।
All the sannyasis have the stage for their own devotion.
वह है पानी की नदी,
That is a confluence of the waters of the river and the ocean.
है ह्यूमन गंगाएं,
This is the Mela of the human Ganges who emerge from the ocean of knowledge.
ये प्रश्न भी पूछा जाता है,
This question can also be asked.
से पावन बना,
Who is the one who makes you pure from impure?
ये तो जानने की बातें हैं ना,
This is something to know,
तब तो पूछते हैं।
and this is why we are asking you.
इस माता पिता के ज्ञान से तुम ज्ञान ज्ञानेश्वरी
You can become kings and queens by receiving knowledge from this mother and father.
भी कहने से मुख क्या मीठा हो,
Would your mouth be sweetened by saying that God is omnipresent?
फल ज्ञान मिलता है। अभी भगवान पढ़ाते हैं,
You are now receiving knowledge, the fruit of devotion. God is now teaching you,
कहते हैं
and so you have stopped stumbling around. Baba says, children, may you be bodiless.
ज्ञान मिला
Souls have received knowledge.
है, हमको वापस जाना है,
Souls now say, we now have to return home to Baba.
है प्रारब्ध,
Then there is the reward.
स्थानी स्थापन हो जाती है।
The kingdom is being established. These matters have to be
ये
understood.
प्रश्नावली बहुत अच्छी है।
This questionnaire is very good.
सबके पॉकेट में पड़ी रहे,
It should remain in everyone's
सर्विसेबल बच्चे
pocket.
ही इन बातों पर
Only serviceable children would think about these things.
बाबा तो नई नई सेवा की युक्तियां बताते रहते हैं।
Baba has to make so much effort for you children.
सर्विसेबल है वो ही उस पर गौर करेंगे।
Baba says only serviceable children would
बच्चों
think
के
about
लिए
these
बाबा
things.
को कितनी मेहनत करनी पड़ती।
Baba has to make so much effort for you
बाबा
children.
कहते हैं बच्चे अपना भविष्य उच्च बनाओ,
Baba says, children,
नहीं
make
तो
your
कल को
future elevated.
पद
Otherwise,
हो जाए।
your status will be reduced for cycle after
जैसे
cycle.
ये बाबा महाराजा महारानी बनते हैं,
Just as this Baba and Mama
बच्चे भी बने,
become the emperor and empress, so you children should also become the same.
निश्चय होना चाहिए।
However, you have to have faith in yourselves.
राजा में भी बहुत ताकत रहती है,
A king has a lot of
वहाँ
power.
तो है सुख ही सुख।
There is nothing but
और जो
happiness.
राजा बनते हैं वह भी
Others who
ईश्वर
become
पर
kings
दान
become that by making donations and performing charity in the name of God.
सारी प्रजा चलती है।
All the subjects live under the
इस समय
orders of the king.
भारतवासियों का कोई
At this
राजा
time,
नहीं,
the people of Bharat have no kings.
पंचायती राज्य है।
It is the rule of the people over the people,
कमजोर बने हैं।
and so they have become very weak.
बाबा जानते हैं बहुत बच्चों को तूफान आता है,
Baba knows
परंतु
that many children experience storms, but they don't give this news to Baba.
चाहिए ऐसे तूफान
You should write to Baba, I experience such storms, so please give me some advice.
स्थिति देख राय बता।
Baba would advise you according to your situation.
न कोई उनका साथी
You don't write and your companion doesn't write either and say, Baba,
साथी
this is the condition of my companion.
देखो मित्रता कैसी होनी चाहिए कि बाबा को अपने मित्र का सच्चा समाचार।
How there should be your friendship.
बाबा जानते हैं, बाबा को तो समाचार देना चाहिए।
The news should be given to Baba.
मीठे मीठे
Acha,
सीखे लधे बच्चों प्रति माता पिता
to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. We spiritual children's love, remembrance, good morning and Namaste to the spiritual father.
रात्रि क्लास है 11 जनवरी 69।
Night class 11 January 69.
समझाते हैं
The unlimited father comes and explains to you.
राजाई पद
He makes you belong to him. He gives you teachings for a royal status and also makes you pure.
क्या कहते बाप बड़ा सहज रीति अपना और वर्षे का
The father gives you the introduction of himself and the inheritance in a very easy way. You would not be able to understand it by yourself.
वर्षा मिलेगा
You would surely receive the unlimited inheritance from the unlimited Father.
समझे।
Only those with very good intellects
बाप
would
क्या
understand
बरसाते हैं?
what inheritance the Father
घर
gives.
का, पढ़ाई का
He gives you the
और
inheritance of the home,
स्वर्ग की
the
बादशाही
study,
का
and the sovereignty of
बरसाता है।
heaven.
जो पवित्र दैवी संप्रदाय बनते हैं
Those who become the pure
वही
deity
राजधानी
community
में आते हैं।
are the ones who enter the
जो
kingdom.
जितना पढ़ेंगे
Those who
पढ़ाएंगे
study and teach others will
ऊंच पद।
accordingly claim a high status.
इतने बच्चे हैं
There
बाहर
are
से
so many
बस
children,
बाप स्वर्ग का मालिक नर से नारायण बनाते हैं।
and they are claiming their inheritance
राजाई
from the
के
Father.
मालिक हैं।
The Father makes you into the masters of
जो
heaven,
स्वर्ग
into
का
Narayan from an
ठेकेदार है,
ordinary human.
हम उनके
This one is
बच्चे
the master of the kingdom.
स्वर्ग की
So the unlimited Father is the creator of heaven, and we, his children, will claim the sovereignty of heaven
जितना
from
राजा
him.
रानी तथा प्रजा
As are the king and
जितना
queen,
पुरुषार्थ
so the
करेंगे
subjects.
उतना ही उच्च पद
You will
पाएंगे।
claim a high status to the extent that you make
ये
effort.
राजाई के लिए पुरुषार्थ।
This is effort for the kingdom.
सतयुग की राजाई सभी को नहीं मिल रही है।
Not everyone receives
जितना
a
जो
kingdom in the golden
पुरुषार्थ
age.
करेंगे उतना ही
To
उच्च
the
पद
extent that you
पाएंगे।
make effort, accordingly you will receive a high status.
रहता है।
Your reward depends on the efforts you make.
जितना जो पुरुषार्थ करेंगे
You children know that you will receive your sovereignty according to how much effort you make.
अपने को आत्मा समझ
If you consider yourself to be a soul
करेंगे
and you remember the Father,
प्रधान से
you will become Satopradhan from Tamopradhan
प्योर
and become pure gold.
बन जाएंगे। राजाई भी मिलेगी।
You will also receive a kingdom.
भारत के हम मालिक कहते हैं।
Here people say that they are the masters of Bharat.
फिर पद
All of you will become the masters, but what status will you then claim?
पढ़ाई के बाद स्वर्ग में हमारा पद क्या रहेगा?
What will your status in heaven be after you study?
महत्व तो पद का है।
The importance is of the status.
तुम अभी संगम पर पढ़ते हो।
You are now studying at the confluence age.
करेंगे
You will then rule in the golden age.
हैं
The Father teaches you yoga and also teaches you this study.
राजयोग
You understand that we are studying Raj Yoga.
की याद से पावन
We also become pure by having remembrance of the Father.
हमारा पुनर्जन्म रावण राज्य में नहीं परंतु
Then our rebirth will not be in the kingdom of Ravan, but in the kingdom of Rama.
अभी हम पढ़ रहे हैं
We are now studying
मना भव
Manmanabhav
मध्याजी।
and Madhya Jibhav.
अभी कलयुग का अंत है।
It is now the end of the Iron Age,
स्वर्ग जरूर
and then the Golden Age, heaven, will definitely come.
बेहद
The Father only comes at the confluence age and opens this unlimited school where there is this unlimited study to claim the unlimited sovereignty.
जानते हो हम अभी नई दुनिया के
You know that you will become the masters of the new world.
नई दुनिया को स्वर्ग का
The new world is called heaven.
कुमारी चढ़ती है ना।
You feel intoxicated about this, do you not?
बरोबर पुरानी दुनिया के बाद है।
Truly, after the old world, there is the new world. Children
सभी
remember this.
बच्चों के दिल में है स्वर्ग का
It
मालिक
is in the
बनाने
hearts
के
of all
लिए
of you
आपको
children
परम
that the
पिता
Supreme Father,
परमात्मा
the Supreme Soul, is teaching us
बच्चों
in
को
order
ये
to make
याद
us into the
रहे
masters of heaven.
हमको भगवान पढ़ाते हैं
You children should
ऊंचे पे
remember
उच्च
that God
स्वर्ग
is
के
teaching you.
राजा
We are becoming the highest on high kings and queens of heaven.
राजयोग द्वारा राजाई मिलती है
We receive the kingdom of
पवित्रता
heaven
सुख
by studying Raj
शांति
Yoga, and there is
सब
purity, peace, and
इस
happiness in
बाबा
that.
में अभी शिव
There
बाबा
is everything.
पधारे हैं
Shiv Baba has now entered
वह
this
फिर
Baba.
ऊंचे ते ऊंचे
He is the highest
आत्मा
on high.
अनुभव लेती जाती है
The soul carries that
वहाँ
experience with
जाएंगे
himself.
तो वहाँ की बैठक ऊंची होगी
When he goes there, the
स्टूडेंट
way of sitting
सभी
there
की
will
बैठक
be royal.
अपनी अपनी
All the students will have individual
एक
seats.
भी जगह दूसरा नहीं
A
बैठ
student would not sit in another student's place.
अपने अपने सेंटर में टीचर की सीट ऊंची होगी एक का पार्ट
In every
दूसरे
center,
के
the
जैसे
teacher's place will be higher than the
बाबा ने
students.
समझाया है आत्मा
No
में
two souls
बहुत
can have the same
प्यार
part.
भरा हुआ है ड्रामा प्ले
The Father
अनुसार
has explained
हमारा पुरुषार्थ चल रहा है
souls have recorded in them.
राजा कोई
Souls
बना
have a
नहीं
record recorded in
अंत
them.
में
Our
पुरुषार्थ
efforts are
में
continuing
सर्व
according to the drama plan.
फिर
Some will become kings and others will become queens.
उच्च नंबर वाले को
At the end, the results of effort will be announced so that the rosary will be created.
समझा जाता
Those who are to claim a high number will definitely know that
अनुसार दूसरा
when someone dies, you can understand that the soul will go and take another body according to his karma.
योग
Those who have performed good actions will receive a good birth with the power of yoga.
ऐसे
If someone doesn't make effort, that one receives a low status.
जो जैसा
Happiness will be experienced by thinking in this way.
सी महिमा
As are the Maharathis, so their praise.
मुरली भी एक जैसी नहीं
Not everyone's way of speaking knowledge is the same.
भी अलग अलग ये बना बनाया
Each one's way of speaking knowledge is also different.
का कर्मों पर
This play is predestined.
बाप या माँ जैसे
You children now pay attention to how you act.
सीखेंगे
Whatever the father or mother does,
कर्म करते
children learn from that.
से मालूम पड़ता है
You are now performing elevated actions.
छिपी
One can understand this from the service you do.
समझ सकते हैं कौन उच्च
The effort that the Maharathis make cannot remain hidden. You can understand who is making effort to claim a high status.
उच्च
All the children have a chance.
मन मना भव
In order to claim a high status, you have also received the lesson of Man Manabhav together with its meaning.
बच्चे समझते हैं ये गीता का ज्ञान
Your children understand that the knowledgeful Father Himself comes and gives you the knowledge of the Gita,
एक्यूरेट नॉलेज
and so He would surely give you accurate knowledge.
फिर मदान रहे धारणा
Then, however much you continue to put the things you hear into a practical form depends on how much you imbibe them.
नहीं
It is not difficult.
बाप को याद करना है
You have to remember the Father and know the cycle.
ये है अंतिम जन्म की
This study is of your final
की
birth.
नई दुनिया सतयुग में
You will pass and then go to the new world of the golden age.
गायन है
It is
निश्चय
remembered
में विजय।
there is a victory in faith.
निश्चय नहीं तो पुरुषार्थ आगे बढ़ेगा नहीं।
If you don't have faith,
निश्चय में
you will not
विजय।
move forward in making effort.
बुद्धि बच्चों ने समझा है हमको
So you
ज्ञान
children have understood with your loving intellects that
बच्चे
God is
जानते
teaching
हैं
you.
हम आत्मा धारण करते
You children know that you are souls
आत्मा
and that
इस
you are imbibing
शरीर
this.
द्वारा पढ़ती है।
The soul is studying through this body.
ये समझ
He is doing a job.
बाबा को याद करते
These matters have to be understood.
बुद्धि का योग तोड़
You remember the Father, and then Maya
से
Ravan
सावधान रहे।
breaks your intellect's yoga.
जितना आगे जाएंगे
You have to remain cautious of Maya.
प्रभाव भी निकलेगा
The more progress you make,
खुशी का
the more your influence will spread, and the more the mercury of your happiness will also rise.
बहुत
When you take a new birth, you will show this very clearly.
मीठे मीठे
Acha,
रूहानी बच्चों को
to the sweetest spiritual children,
याद
love, remembrance, and good night from spiritual Babdada.
मुरली का मुख्य सार है
Essence for Dharana.
अंदर बाहर साफ रहे।
Remain honest and clean internally and externally.
सच्ची दिल से बाप को अपना समाचार देना है।
Give the Father your news with an honest heart.
कुछ भी छिपाना नहीं है।
Do not hide anything.
दूसरी पॉइंट है अब वापस जाना
Second
है
point, you now have to return home. Therefore, practice remaining bodiless.
अशरीरी बनने का अभ्यास करें
Practice remaining bodiless.
और चुप रहे।
Remain in silence.
आज का प्यारे बाप दादा का वरदान मेरे
Beloved Bab Dada's blessing.
परिवर्तन कर उड़ती
May you transform mine into yours,
अनुभव
be double light,
वाले
and experience the flying stage.
यह विनाशी तन और धन पुराना मन मेरा नहीं।
That perishable body, wealth, and old mind are not yours.
पहला
You have given them to the Father.
ये किया कि सब
The first thought you had was, everything is yours.
इसमें बाप का फायदा नहीं है
The Father does not benefit by this, but you benefit
क्योंकि मेरा कहने से
because when you say mine,
और तेरा
you become trapped. Whereas when you say yours, you become detached.
कहने से बोझ वाले बन जाते
By saying mine, you have a burden,
लाइट
but by saying yours, you become double light and a trustee.
जब तक कोई हल्का नहीं बनते
Until someone becomes light,
स्थिति तक
he cannot reach the highest stage.
हल्का रहने वाले ही
Only those who remain light can experience bliss through their flying stage. Only those who remain light can experience bliss through their flying stage. There is a pleasure in remaining light.
आत्मा वह है
Slogan:
जिस पर
powerful soul
इस पर
is one who cannot
कोई
be influenced
व्यक्ति
by any person
या
or matter.
प्रकृति अपना प्रभाव न डाल सके।
A powerful soul is one who cannot be influenced by any person or matter.
अव्यक्त इशारा है आज का।
The Avyakt signal.
आज 12 तारीख है। आजकल
Today is
सारी
12th.
दुनिया नाम मानुषान रूपी
Nowadays, the whole world is suffering from being trapped in the web of Maya in the form of name, fame, and respect. To liberate them from this web,
स्वयं को इस सूक्ष्म जाल
first liberate yourself from this subtle web.
संकल्प और स्वप्न में भी माया का वार
There should be no attack of Maya even in thoughts and dreams.
आकर्षित न करे।
Let nothing attract you.
सूक्ष्म आसक्तियों से भी
Become liberated even from subtle attachments.
क्रम अविद्या।
Become ignorant of desires.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
ओम शांति। कल सारे दिन में जो भाई बहनें बाबा के घर पधारे हैं बाप दादा मिलन के लिए,
Yesterday, the whole day,
का बहुत बहुत
the one who have come to Baba's home,
है, स्वागत है।
welcome to all those.
और एक और विशेष खुशखबरी आप सभी के लिए है। आज सारे दिन में भी जो पहुंचने वाले हैं भाई बहन, तो आज
All those who will be reaching today,
कार्यक्रम आप सभी के लिए डायमंड हॉल में ही रहेगा। इसीलिए जो घूमने जाएंगे भी तो वो वापस थोड़ा
all the classes and yoga will take place in the Diamond Hall.
में बैठेंगे, कमरों में नहीं जाएंगे, क्योंकि आज ही सौगात लेनी है। जो आज पहुंचेंगे और जो कल सारे दिन में पहुंचे हैं, तो ईश्वरीय सौगात
Yesterday and today, the one who have reached, they will be getting godly gift from Baba's home.
आप सभी को गेट पर ही तिलक दिया जाएगा।
Today you will be given tilak near the gates of the Diamond Hall.
पति के लिए और राज्य अधिकारी बनने के लिए सभी को गेट्स पर ही तिलक दिया जाएगा।
You will all become self-sovereign and therefore you will all be given tilak at the gates of the Diamond Hall.
शाम को प्रेम दीदी पंजाब जोन इंचार्ज
In the evening, Sister Prem will give class.
समर्थ बने, इस पर आपकी विशेष क्लास रहेगी। 7 बजे आदरणीय दादी रत्न मोहिनी जी, मुन्नी दीदी जी पहुंचेंगे।
And later, Dadi Ratan Moini, Sister Muni will come and meet everyone and give godly gifts today.
आप सभी डायमंड हॉल में ही पहुंचेंगे 10:30 बजे। 11 बजे तक योग रहेगा।
Morning 10:30 a.m. to 11 meditation.
भाई जी का क्लास
11 a.m. to 12 a.m. there will be class by Brother Ramnath.
बने, तो दिन में भी 10:30 बजे आप सभी डायमंड हॉल में और समय पर पहुंचेंगे। पंजाब जोन के सभी टीचर्स की मीटिंग
The meeting of the Punjab zone teachers will be in the conference hall. No teachers have to miss. There will be
10 बजे कॉन्फ्रेंस
meeting about the service.
सभी टीचर्स पहुंचेंगे।
So Punjab zone, all teachers have to reach the conference hall.
के सेंटर सभी जोन के पर समर्पित भाई टीचर्स बहनें जिनको समर्पित हुए 10 वर्ष से ज़्यादा हो चुका है, जो सन 2013 के पहले समर्पित हुए,
Those who have surrendered before 2013,
नंबर 88 में 88
they have to
ऑफिस में सुबह 10 से
reach the
कर दें। आप सभी समर्पित
office before 10 a.m.
आईडी कार्ड
with their identity card in hall number 88.
सुबह 10 से 12 बजे तक लक्ष्मी नारायण व श्री कृष्ण का समर्पित बैच दिया जाएगा। और जिन्होंने पहले से आईडी कार्ड जमा से 12 बजे तक। जो स्व इच्छा से ब्लड डोनेट करना चाहते हैं,
The one who wish to have the blood donation, they can have contact with the trauma hospital.
9:30 बजे दादी जी मीटिंग हॉल में
All the Diamond Sevadaris will reach the meeting hall.
9 बजे दादी जी मीटिंग हॉल में एकत्रित
At 9 a.m. will reach the meeting hall.
सेंटर शिवमणि होम
BK Colony, Shivmani Trauma Center, Nursing College, brothers and sisters will be having Yoga Tapasya
बजे तक ट्रेनिंग सेंटर
in training center, hall number 3.
नशा मुक्त भारत अभियान पूरे भारत में बहुत उमंग उत्साह से चल रहा है, लेकिन इसके लिए अब ध्यान से सुने, जो जा रहे हैं वो भी कान इधर ही रखेंगे। वाहन चालक, ड्राइविंग के लिए कंप्यूटर ऑपरेटर, भाषण स्पीच देने वाले भाई बहनों की आवश्यकता है। जो भाई बहनें इस सेवा में रुचि रखते हैं, कृपया यही एवर हेल्दी हॉस्पिटल में संपर्क करेंगे। जो भाई बहनें ज्ञान में आने से पहले किसी भी प्रकार का व्यसन लेते थे, देखिए कितनी अच्छी सेवा वो कर सकते हैं। ज्ञान में आने के बाद संपूर्ण रूप से
There will be a campaign.
वह भाई बहनें अपना अनुभव से दूसरों को प्रेरणा देना चाहते हैं, तो ऐसे भाई बहन एवर हेल्दी हॉस्पिटल में रवि भाई से संपर्क करें। जो
Free from drug addiction, a campaign will take place, and whoever wants to participate in this, they can come in front of the Ever Healthy Hospital.
हॉल नंबर 1 में ब्रह्मा कुमारीज पाठशाला के
In training center hall number 1, there is a training meeting for Gita Pathshala. The mothers who are taking care of the Gita Pathshala, the one who take classes in Gita Pathshala, raise your hand.
आप सभी के लिए 9 बजे
At 9 a.m. in training center hall number 1, there will be the training. All the teachers and brothers and sisters have to reach on time.
सभी टीचर्स बहनें ध्यान दें, आज सुबह 9 बजे से आईडी कार्ड
All teachers pay attention.
में आरंभ किया जा रहा है। तो वो आईडी कार्ड का कारोबार जिनको है वो सुबह 9
The one who is having ID card program
बजे पैड ऑफिस में
at 10 a.m. have to reach the PAD office.
GHIO आई हॉस्पिटल में डायबिटिक रेटिनोपैथी का कैंप विशेष पार्टी में आए हुए भाई बहनों के लिए लगाया गया है। जिनको डायबिटीज है, शुगर है
Those who are having diabetes,
होता है, तो ऐसे डायबिटीज से प्रभावित भाई बहनों से निवेदन है, सुबह 9 से
morning 9 a.m. until evening 4 p.m.
पास ही आई हॉस्पिटल में
near trauma hospital in the eye hospital can contact.
सभी 2-3 मिनट बाबा की याद में टिक कर बैठ जाएंगे।
Now 2-3 minutes we will sit in Baba's remembrance. Om Shanti.